ToonGrin.com.
Life isn't some cartoon musical where you sing a little song and your insipid dreams magically come true. So let it go.
If you hated my thoughts on Zootopia, you aren't gonna be happy about this. Whyboy of ToonGrin here, and yep, WreckIt Ralph. One of Disney's mega hits of recent years, and many love it. Its story, characters, and comedy is something most people are infatuated with, many claiming this is it. This is the video game movie we've all been waiting for. Except for me. I know hearing me say I don't like WreckIt Ralph may cause people to assume I'm gonna demean people who do like it. Yeah, you're gonna be all smug like we know you can be, because you're wrong and we're all right. Use that word. I do not think it means what you think it means. Viewers need to know that whatever my topic may be, know that it comes from a place of inquiry, to spark discussion, not disrespect. These videos are just made to share my thoughts with the community. I just want to be clear, these videos are my critical outlooks and nothing else. You smug butt muffin. I'm going to ignore you now. As for why do I hate WreckIt Ralph, basically it's the same reason as why I felt Zootopia didn't work for me. The theming of WreckIt Ralph doesn't follow through in one major aspect, and because of that, it's hard for me to find enjoyment in it. But don't get me wrong, there is still a lot to love about this movie. NERO in his review of WreckIt Ralph really breaks down the wonderful aspects more thoroughly than I will, so click the link below to check his video out. As for me, the story of WreckIt Ralph is a thoughtful tale of identity and loneliness. As our main hero Ralph overcomes prejudice and new dangerous surroundings to find acceptance for the work that he does as his video game's bad guy.
It's just, I gotta say, it becomes kind of hard to love your job when no one seems to like you for doing it.
It really tugs at the heartstrings in that sense. For me, it tugs so hard I found the movie strongly comparable to Shrek in that sense. Namely, big misunderstood guy, wisecracking sidekick that pushed the hero to be better. It's a quirky similarity to say the least. But the main difference of Shrek and Ralph is Shrek's journey is about pulling himself out of a defeatist attitude so that he can stop worrying about his ogre label long enough to find his true love. Ralph's journey is about him trying to disprove the bad guy label on himself, to try and make a statement that, as the movie says,
you are bad guy, but this does not mean you're bad guy.
Thanks, Zangief. But with all that said, all I've been doing at this point is praising Ralph. If everything involving Ralph's journey is good for me, what exactly do I hate? Fix-It Felix Jr. Gotcha, didn't I? Y'all thought I was gonna be Vanellope Fun Sweet, but it was I. Fix-It Felix Jr. It is truly incredible how Felix's entire story arc can sour an otherwise alright movie for me. In the beginning, Felix is the main character of his game and has Ralph as his bad guy. Felix gets all sorts of medals, cake, parties, his neighbors and nicelanders shower him with constant praise. Until one day Ralph had enough of living in the garbage pile. No, seriously, he lived in a pile of bricks next to the really upscale apartments. Real nice. Seeing that Fix-It Felix is celebrating its 30th anniversary, Ralph crashes the anniversary party, resulting in Ralph causing accidental damage, losing his temper where one of the Nicelanders basically goes full bigot, and then storms out to get his own medal to prove himself a hero, as Felix is always rewarded one in his game for being the hero. So since Ralph went AWOL, his game is looking to get unplugged, and the only way to fix this is get Ralph back. Still, Felix goes out and follows Ralph and finds love, because Disney's infatuated with the romance plot even when it's relegated to the B plot, and eventual imprisonment on his journey to... respect Ralph? That might be an odd connection to make in the theming, but isn't that the point of what's happening? By Ralph going on this journey of label identity, he gains friendships with people who are now able to see all sides of Ralph and understand him. But unlike Penelope, who through her own art gets to know Ralph and herself and they bond together over their mutual mistreatment due to their labels, Felix is just a spineless yellow-bellied jerkwad.
I met the most dynamite gal. Oh, she gives me the honey glow, something awful. But she rebuffed my affections.
This jerkwad is meant to be a nice guy archetype down to 11, who has to learn to see the world isn't all circle plunge and random drops. When Gene the Nicelander is giving Ralph a hard time, clearly upsetting the gentle giant, does Felix step up, defend the downtrodden?
How about we just eat the cake?
Nope. He stands on the sidelines, doesn't try to stop the tension in any way. Now there is a great argument that this will be Felix's arc. That in the journey to come, Felix learns and understands and walks a mile in Ralph's shoes to understand him. That must be it, right?
No! Ralph, you don't know what it's like to be rejected and treated like a criminal. You mean business! Ow! Yikes! Bites!
Yes, I do.
You get the joke? He's saying the things that Ralph has always felt, and he doesn't realize it. Oh, Felix, you jerkwad. After this, Ralph apologizes for what he's done. You know, he was so selfish for not wanting to be treated like garbage. You know, the stuff he lives in. What's annoying here is only Ralph needs to learn something. Only Ralph needs to change. It's Shrek all over again. Actually, it's any Shrek that's not Shrek 2. Everyone else is fine, only the lead needs to learn something, no one else needs to grow as a character. So Ralph apologizes, and huzzah, things resolved, and where is Felix's realization for what he's done, or more accurately, what he didn't do? I'm not sugarcoating what Ralph did. He clearly should apologize to Felix and the Nicelanders for selfishly putting his feelings of a label above all their well-beings. I mean, his choice was going to destroy their entire world. The apology is literally the least that can be done. But despite all that buildup, why didn't Felix legit mention his involvement in how he made Ralph feel? This is Ralph's moment of weakness, of admittance of his guilt. But the movie frames the scene as though Felix had no real part in any of this. How about some form of clarity as to why Felix felt it was okay to not invite Ralph to the anniversary party? Why it's okay to let Ralph live in the garbage pile that's with an eye shut on the Nicelander building, or unfairly berating Ralph right in front of you. Felix, in his bystanding ways, is a catalyst for what happens in the movie. You get more with Gene, a background piece, who admittedly is the guy who started the conflict of the party, and he got closure.
Gene, wait! Listen, this is not what I wanted.
Well, what did you want, Ralph?
I don't know, I was just tired of living alone in the garbage.
Well, now you can live alone in the penthouse.
This scene between these two is a mirror of their first encounter. See, setup, and payoff. Didn't get that with Felix though, it's just... I had a rough day, did unspeakable things in prison, and got married. Congratulations, you have completed a great game and proved the justice of our culture. Now go and rest our heroes. At the end of the day, this isn't a critically big portion of the movie to be upset over. In terms of everything else, I'd say WreckIt Ralph is still a good watch, and I'd recommend others to watch it too. Again, Nero adores the film, and still agrees with me on this nitpick. But for me, because its follow-through on such a well-done theming has resulted in such a reprehensibly irritating butt whistler like Felix. WreckIt Ralph 2 has actually come out now. I wonder if that'll be any better.
One viewing later.
That is how you follow through on narrative theming, and coincidentally, in this better sequel, Felix doesn't really show up. What a funny coincidence. Thanks for watching Cartoon Corner. Those were my thoughts on why I don't like WreckIt Ralph. Do you have a different opinion? Feel free to leave your thoughts on it and WreckIt Ralph 2 in the comments below. Plus, you can check out NERO's review of the first WreckIt Ralph here. And be sure to keep us up to date and support future ToonGrin vids by subscribing and hitting the notification bell, following us on social, Patreon, and our official site ToonGrin.com. As always, be sure to tune in to ToonGrin.